Guys, pre-loved market is now reflecting what is actually happening in the luxury sector. And even though it is a good news what's happening with some of the fees, I have to tell you right at the front, they're not giving up. Hi guys, and welcome to another video. If this is your first time here, my name is Veronica. I'm a TV presenter and journalist, and I love everything about fashion, so my videos are always fashion related one way or another. And I'm going to show you my outfit later in the video. I'm actually off to a special event, so I'm already in the outfit that I'm going to wear, so this is why it's a bit more of glam outfit that you usually see on my channel. So let's dive right in. Vestiaire Collective, which I'm pretty sure we all know, it's one of the most well-known pre-loved websites and consignment stores, and they're implementing some changes starting on May the 2nd, which by the time this video goes out will be tomorrow. They're gonna actually decrease sellers' fee. Yes, they're gonna actually lower something, which is a first for years, because in the last couple of years I had made a couple of videos on Vestiaire Collective already. If you haven't seen it, go watch it there. I had some beef with them, so I haven't been buying or selling at their platform for a while, but I do still have a profile, so I do get notification and emails from them, and they informed me a couple of days ago that they're gonna decrease the seller's fee down to 10%. As it is of now, is between 12 and 15%, depending on the price of the item you are selling. And then of course the fee changes the higher the price goes. The thing with Vestiaire that kind of rubbed most of us the wrong way was that they started charging a while ago on both ends. So they were charging seller's fee, and they were charging buyer's fee. So they would take, a piece of cake on both sides, and this is just not something you do. So I'm guessing a lot of people stopped selling or stopped buying. I'm not sure which side is more reluctant to go on there, but there's something happening for sure, because otherwise they wouldn't be lowering their fees. It's not a big it's not a big difference. It's like 2%, but they are lowering something. And also you have to know that with Vestiaire you have different fees according to your location. So buyers and sellers fees, for example, in Europe will not be the same as the ones in United States or in Asia or in Australia for that matter. So they change throughout territory. So I have specific numbers for my region, which is Europe. So if you are selling in euros and your item is priced at 100 euros or less, it's gonna be 10 euros maximum fee and 3 euros processing fees. So you see, you still pay more than 10 euros. If you sell something for 100 euros, you will be earning 87, and then I think they deduct something for the shipping or something as well. It's really not worth it to sell items for lower price. This kind of makes sense. They are luxury oriented, and most of the luxury items will not be 100 euros or less, but much more. And the big change that I see, before you had a lot of different tiers. So there would be a specific number for items below 100 euros, and then you would have another one which would be up to 1,000 euros, and then 5,000 euros, and then you would have up and up and up. So it was like 5 or 6 different tiers. Now you only have 2. So you either have items priced at 100 euros or less, or you have items priced 100 euros to 20,000 euros. So this is a big margin. In this bracket, you're gonna pay 10% seller's fee and 3% of processing fees. And now we come to the highest bracket, and this one is if you are selling item priced over 20,000 euros, then you're going to pay a fixed fee, a seller's fee, which is going to be 2,000 euros, and 3% of that again of processing fees. They list different currencies, but it's pretty much the same numbers for European currency, but it changes when we come to the States and to Australia. If you are in Australia and you are selling through Vestiaire, you're going to pay 15 Australian dollars of seller's fee and 3 Australian dollars of processing fees. Then between 150 and 30,000, you're gonna pay 10% and 3%, and then at 30,000 plus, you're gonna pay $3,000 and 3% of processing fees. For USA, the percentage actually changes. So they're gonna lower the seller's fee for a lot of territories, but it doesn't look they're going to lower it for United States, at least not at the same number as in Europe, because if you are selling and buying in American dollars, you're going to pay $12 and $3 at the first tier. Then we have the second one between $100 and $16,500. For this, you're going to actually be charged 12% of seller's fee and 3% of processing fee. And if you're selling something above 16,500, you're going to be charged 2,000 fixed seller's fee and again 3% of processing fee. We now switch to the buyers section. Here is going to be a fee up to 15%. I always love this when they say up to, because you know that for most cases it will be actually 15. I guess for like really high priced item, they're going to lower it because obviously they're going to earn more from that anyway, so they don't have to charge that high of percentage. But 15% of buyer's fee, to me, that's just insane. This is really, really a lot. And it also says that the minimum fee will be €5, pounds, dollars, any kind of currency, everything is 5. So even if you buy something, for example, for €7, you're going to pay €5 of the buyer's fee. I mean, there's nothing on Vestiaire Collective for €7. It's just, I did the example to kind of emphasize how stupid this is. So this means that it doesn't matter how low the price is, you're going to pay 5 units of your currency, and then if it's high enough, I guess, then they're going to start charging percentage of that specific number as well. Another thing concerning buyers, if you are buying internationally, let's say you are based in Europe but the seller is in the United States, well, you have to really, really want this item because it's so not worth it. Now they're going to charge additional fee of up to 15% to international buyers, which means that you're going to have to pay the original fee and the international fee. That is 30%. So unless you really lust after a certain item and there's no other way to get it and somebody is selling it on another continent, you're going to swallow that price. But 30% in fees of international buyers, be prepared. This is what I meant when I said at the beginning that they're not giving up. So they are lowering fees for sellers, but they're still keeping buyers' fees. So I'm guessing they're still making enough traffic on their website for them not to have to change drastically their models, their business models. But I'm pretty sure this reflects that they are not satisfied with the way things are going, because like I said before, if something is working, you are not changing it. If you're changing it, that means it's not working, right? Another thing that I found really interesting, and it's really, you really had to dig into all this information they send you that you have to read and agree if you want to continue to use this platform. You know that there's a lot of talk about some of the pre-loved sites selling counterfeit or fake items, and Vestiaire was always like really vocal about, we are really sure, we're making sure that we check all the items that are authentic. But in this specific new terms of service that they actually issued a couple of days ago, there's like some funny things in there. I mean, obviously fakes are illegal, and nobody should intentionally sell a fake proclaiming it's real. I mean, if you buy fakes, that's up to you. I'm not going to judge either way, but I am really, really against people selling fakes as authentic bags or belts or shoes or whatever. So this really should not be happening. So I'm glad that people are taking really closer look on that market and looking what's happening there. But here, the fun part is that if Vestiaire kind of figures that you are trying to sell a fake, they can send this fake to the manufacturer of the original item for it to be destroyed. So why would they do that? If you find a fake, I mean, in every country or in most countries in the world, you have specific agencies to deal with that, to kind of, to destroy fakes. Why would you send it back? Like, for example, you have a Dior fake bag. You're going to send it back to Dior for Dior to destroy it. Why? So they can look at the fake and see, what they're copying and what they're not. And what's the purpose of this? Why would you send the fake back to the original brand to be destroyed, and of course charge the one who sold it, obviously. This to me doesn't make sense unless the brands want to see the fakes up close and examine them and see how, you know, their products can be copied and try to stop it with additional measures like Chanel did with that little chip. What do you think? Like, do you agree with me? Do you have another option? Why would they do that? And again, you know, you always have to think in these scenarios of people who genuinely make a mistake. I mean, of course, you have people who would exploit that, who would, you know, do whatever they have to survive and earn money. But on the other hand, you know, you have people who just had good faith. Maybe they bought something from eBay and didn't do proper research and didn't know it was a fake, and have been using it for a while with no problems. And, you know, let's say, okay, I'm going to sell it now, and they don't know it's a fake. So it's really sad, but some people are like that. I mean, I bought a lot of my luxury bags from pre-loved market from different sites. But I have to tell you, for every bag that I bought, I think there's like months of research behind it. Like, I went to the boutiques, I looked the bags up close, I really did my homework. So I was satisfied with my knowledge that whatever I bought online was actually real. I did not need another consignment store to validate my decision, because I knew it was real. I know what to look for. But most people are not like that, so they can be easily tricked. And this is going to be an interesting thing if they're going to be like, okay, this is a fake. And if this is like an intentional seller of fake bags, I really hope they come down on him or her a lot, because this is really not something I support, people selling fakes as real bags. But, you know, you have to distinguish between the honest mistake and intention. And even though this is just one of the possibilities, Vestiaire doesn't say they're going to send, you know, any counterfeit item they're going to come across, they're going to send it straight away to the original item manufacturer, but it is a possibility they can actually do. And you can kind of like apply to have it sent back to you, but then of course they're going to charge you another fees, which they're not going to be cheap. So they are actually doing really good of trying to prohibit intentional sell of fakes on their platform, with all the different things they're going to do if they kind of find out that your bag is fake. So this is good news again for all of us who are buying pre-loved designer items, to at least have a bit of peace of mind that what you're buying, it is actually authentic item. But I will always recommend, do your homework, do your own research. It's not that hard. I mean, it's all over the internet what you have to look for with certain designs, how the stitches should be, how the charms should be, the size. A lot of things you can get online. But I always recommend, if you can, go to the boutiques and touch the items. Because, you know, I had one close scares with one of my bags, because it looked perfect. It had everything it has to be. But the feel of it was just, it just felt different. And again, the new bag and the bag that has been used for a few years is not going to feel the same, but still the texture of leather should be pretty close, right? And that one was not that close. So I had like a little panic attack, but you know, finally I kind of had my peace, but it's not a nice moment when this happens. So as of today, as I'm filming this, the Vestiaire Collective fees are still not lowered. This is going to happen on May 2nd. Another change they're going to do, but this kind of applies to, I guess, all the stores and all the websites. They're going to incorporate the special segment when they're going to emphasize that they actually used artificial intelligence, because you have some sellers who are professional sellers on the platform, and I'm guessing they use AI to enhance their photos or something, and it's just good to know as a buyer that they actually used AI with this photo or with this kind of like setup of the photo. This is happening everywhere, so this is not something that it's really special for Vestiaire, but it's nice that they actually acknowledge that AI is very present in our digital lives, and, you know, acknowledge that there are changes coming. But if I'm honest, as someone who has been buying and selling on that platform for years, I don't think I'll go back selling or buying, because until they charge on both ends, sellers and buyers, I'm not happy about that. Because if they would have, let's say, 10% fee, which would be split 5% to the buyer and 5% to the seller, that's fine by me. But what they did, they kept the same percentage for sellers, they just started charging buyers as well. So this to me is just greedy. and I don't support that. So, okay, now I'm running a bit late. I think I have about 5 minutes time when I have to run out. So I'm gonna quickly show you my outfit and just explain a few of the accessories. This is vintage Cavalli dress that I had for years and I still love, and I'm so happy that I still fit in it because it is quite old dress. And then I have this Tom Ford ring, which I always joke that I need like a special permit to wear it because it's almost like a weapon. It's very heavy, it's brass, but I love it. I did my eyes with Tati Beauty makeup. For lips, I used this by Terry lipstick, which is kind of pinkish glossy thing. I really like this lipstick, and I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Every time I go to an event, when I show my arms and my legs, I'm using this. This is the best oil for your skin. It gives you such a nice shimmer. It's not glitter, it's shimmer. So your skin is very luminous and glowing without being obvious why. Because I always hated glitter because you can tell it's glitter, and it's just, unless you go to like disco party, glitter is just on a body. It's not my scene, but this is, I don't know how much the camera will pick up, but I'm pretty sure you can see a bit of a sheen on the skin from the ring light. This is perfect product for summer, and this is probably like my 5th or 6th bottle now. I'm using this all the time, so definitely a summer product you need. All right, guys, have a fun day. Let me know what you think about changes at Vestiaire, and also if you are using any other pre-loved website. I'm really curious, like Real and others. Are they changing anything, or is just Vestiaire? Because I don't know, I'm not present on any other platforms at the moment. Have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video.